20 Fun Facts That You'll Love to Know Part 1. Have you ever wondered how many times you've walked around the world? Or where your smallest bone is? And what is a Jesus nut? Well, get your answers here and so much more with these 20 random, fun facts that you will love to know. So pull up a chair, get comfortable, and enjoy this awesome list of the top 50 most random and fun facts. Number 1. Banging your head against a wall for 1 hour burns 150 calories. If you're not keen on losing brain cells, you might want to give this calorie-burning idea a miss. A safer way to burn 150 calories would be to take your dog for a walk for 45 minutes. Number 2. In Switzerland it is illegal to own just one guinea pig. While this may sound like an odd law to try and enforce, it actually makes perfect sense. Guinea pigs are social animals. They would become lonely or depressed, which is a form of animal cruelty these days. The real question you should be asking is why this isn't a law everywhere. Number 3. Pteronophobia is the fear of being tickled by feathers. If you've ever felt uneasy around feather blankets or pillows, this could be why. Pteronophobia is the fear of feathers tickling you. In extreme cases, it can involve the fear of feathers in general. Pteronophobia is made up of the Greek word ptero, meaning feather, and phobia, meaning fear. Number 4. Snakes can predict earthquakes. Many animals are able to predict earthquakes to varying levels of success. Yet, snakes are the most reliable, sensing earthquakes from as far as 75 miles away, 121 kilometers. What's more impressive is that they can sense an earthquake as many as 5 days before it actually occurs. When snakes sense an earthquake, they often leave their nests, even if the temperature is too cold. Number 5. Crows often hold grudges against specific people. Crows are excellent at recognizing people's faces and are able to remember people for a long time. This can be either a negative or positive fact, depending on how nice you are to them. While crows can tell us apart, we would find it difficult to distinguish one crow from another. Number 6. The oldest, your mom, joke was discovered on a 3,500-year-old Babylonian tablet. In 1976, archaeologists discovered a tablet in Iraq, which has since been lost. But, researchers were able to analyze and translate the text from a photograph of the tablet. The results. We know that the tablet does indeed contain jokes, but the full meaning has been lost in translation. The translated form of the world's oldest your mom joke is, of your mother is by the one who has intercourse with her. Who is it? Do we understand it? Not a chance, but we recognize a, your mom, joke when we see one. Number 7. 2 infectious diseases have been successfully wiped out, smallpox and rinderpest. Due to advances in medical science, we successfully eradicated smallpox. The last natural case occurred on October 25, 1975. Smallpox causes breakouts of pus-filled blisters all over your body. In most cases, this was life-threatening, so the eradication was a monumental achievement. The second disease humans eradicated was rinderpest. This disease was often found in cattle and is similar to measles. The last known case of rinderpest was in 2001. Number 8. May 29th is officially, put a pillow on your fridge day. The roots of this odd-sounding holiday go back hundreds of years, starting in the early 1900s. People in the 1900s didn't have refrigerators and instead would hang a piece of cloth in their larders. It's believed that doing so brought luck, peace, and prosperity to the household. The tradition adapted over time to fit the modern kitchen. Nowadays, families worldwide place a pillow on top of their fridge every year on May 29th. Number 9. Cherophobia is the irrational fear of fun or happiness. Do you hate all things fun? You might have cherophobia. People with this phobia tend to avoid any kind of situation that others might classify as fun or joyful. The word cherophobia is made up of the Greek words chero, meaning to rejoice, and phobia, meaning fear. For any readers out there with cherophobia, please stop reading these fun facts now. We can't imagine the psychological pain you've gone through by reading this far already. Number 10. 7% of American adults believe that chocolate milk comes from brown cows. I know that 7% doesn't sound like a lot, but it actually works out at 16.4 million American adults. So it's an alarming fact when you think about it. This shows that 1 in 10 Americans has a flawed understanding of basic science or where their food comes from. Next, they'll claim that bacon grows on trees. Number 11. If you lift a kangaroo's tail off the ground, it can't hop. Kangaroos use their tails for balance whilst hopping. So if you elevate their tail, they would have no balance and fall over. There are cases where kangaroos have lost their tails and can still move around. But it took them a long time to adjust, and they can only move small distances at a time. Their tails aren't only for balance, they also act as a third leg, propelling them forward just as much as their legs do. Don't miss these other fun facts about kangaroos. Number 12. Bananas are curved because they grow towards the sun. Philosophers have pondered the shape of bananas for a long time, arguing until the sun goes down as to why they're curved. Bananas go through a process called negative geotropism. This process causes the fruit to grow upwards towards the sun instead of towards the ground. This, in turn, gives the banana its familiar curved shape. Love bananas. You'll go bananas over these fun facts about bananas. Number 13. Most Korean people don't have armpit odor. Recent research at the University of Bristol found that only 0.006% of the Korean population has the ABCC11 gene. This gene is the cause of armpit odor. In fact, the study found that most East Asians don't have this gene, but Koreans have the lowest numbers. While this may be surprising to us, it's not big news in Korea, as deodorant isn't commonly found there. Number 14. The original London Bridge is now in Arizona. The London Bridge, originally constructed in 1831, was starting to fall apart by the 1960s. As a result, the City of London decided to sell it and build another. In 1963, American entrepreneur Robert P. McCulloch bought the bridge. He dismantled it and shipped it to the United States piece by piece. The bridge moved to Lake Havasu City in Arizona. McCulloch founded Lake Havasu City, and he wanted the bridge to serve as a tourist attraction. The reconstruction took 3 years to complete. The attraction opened on October 10, 1971, with fireworks, entertainment, and celebrities. Number 15. During your lifetime, you will produce enough saliva to fill 50 bathtubs. The average person produces roughly 1 ounce 30 milliliters of saliva every hour. That's 24.3 ounces 720 milliliters, or 1 full wine bottle's worth of saliva a day, which is an average of 69 gallons 263 liters per year. The average global life expectancy is about 72 years. This means that you produce an average of 4,968 gallons 18,936 liters of saliva in your lifetime. That's enough to fill 50 bathtubs. Number 16. If Pinocchio said, "My nose will grow now," it would create a paradox. As we all know, whenever Pinocchio lies, his nose grows longer. But there's one sentence that Pinocchio could say that breaks this system, which is, "My nose will grow now." If you think about it, Pinocchio's nose would have to grow to make his statement not a lie. But then it can't grow, otherwise, the statement would not be a lie. Fun fact. This conundrum is known as the Pinocchio paradox. Number 17. Polar bears could eat as many as 10 penguins in a single sitting if they didn't live at opposite ends of the Earth. if they didn't live at opposite ends of the Earth. Polar bears live in the Arctic, whereas most common penguins, such as Adelie or emperor penguins, live in the South Pole. The average adult polar bear weighs 500 pounds (227 kilograms) and eats about 20% of its total weight each meal. So polar bears can eat about 100 pounds (45 kilograms) of food in one go. Adelie penguins weigh around 10 pounds, so a polar bear would have to eat 10 to be full. Fun fact: this means that a polar bear could comfortably eat a child. Number 18. Car manufacturer Volkswagen makes sausages. Most people know Volkswagen for their iconic line of campervans, the Combi, or even the Beetle. A lesser-known product that comes out of Volkswagen's factories is currywurst sausages. Now why in the world would Volkswagen make sausages? VW built one of their factories in a remote location and decided to make their own food for the factory workers. Their sausages were so popular that Volkswagen ended up selling them commercially. Fun fact: Volkswagen sausages are so popular that they bring in more revenue than their cars. Number 19. Movie trailers were originally shown after the movie, which is why they're called trailers. The world's first movie trailer was shown at a theater in Harlem, New York, in 1914. The trailer promoted an upcoming movie featuring Charlie Chaplin. The audience would watch the trailer after the movie had ended. The trailers showing after the film was ineffective, as the audience wouldn't stay to watch them. Number 20. Hawaiian pizza is a Canadian invention. First things first, we're not discussing whether ham and pineapple belong on a pizza or not. Sam Panopoulos emigrated from Greece to Canada in 1954. He became a chef at the Satellite Restaurant in Chatham, Ontario. In 1962, Panopoulos had the idea to add canned pineapple to pizza. Chinese sweet and sour style cooking was his inspiration for this strange combination. The Hawaiian pizza was unpopular at first due to the unusual fruity ingredient. But, once people tried it, the new topping soon became a common choice worldwide. Hawaiian pizza has nothing to do with Hawaii. It's actually named after the brand of canned pineapples they originally used. We hope you enjoyed these 20 random fun facts part 1. If you want to watch some more fun facts, you can subscribe and activate the bell. Please share these fun facts with your friends and on your social network sites. We know your friends will love them too.